Logan. I don't give a shit.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is going on? What's going on?
Chilling, chilling, Merc. What it is.
Um, I was telling you this outside the cast, but I guess I was saying it in the cast. Like, if you're playing the Charles Cowabunga collection, there are for 11 of the games, there's a really easy way you could farm well, not really farm, but get the trophies without easily beating the games.
Okay, what's that?
So, I think it was the last update they did for the Turtles Cowabunga collections. It added a watch mode. So each game has a watch mode, and it's pretty much the developers playing the game until the end. What they didn't say was what you could do with that game. So, say for instance, you're playing the Turtles arcade game, right? And you watching developers playing through, and they make the shredder, and they have shredder with one more bar. You could save that, quit, go back, load it, and you can play from that spot.
That seems very cheap.
And 11 out of 13 games you can do that. So all
Mm-hmm.
three Game Boy games, all both arcade games, all the Super Nintendo Turtles in Time you can, Hyperstar Heights you can, and all the NES games besides the Tournament Fighters.
Nice, nice.
And then the Tournament Fighters, there's a way you could go through those too, and that's just really use that rewind button.
Okay, okay, okay.
And
All
that's a
right.
way you could actually finish the game. Just really use that rewind button.
Okay, okay.
Because I'm actually one trophy away from platinum. I just gotta
So
do the
you're
Sega tournament fighter.
all right. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And then I platinum this. This will be my second platinum this week because I did the Last of Us Part One as well.
Mm. Okay, okay.
There we go. So yeah, enjoy. If you want to get the trophies for Turtles Caliber Collection, yeah, do the watch mode all the way to the last boss. Save it, then reload it, and then play from there. And there you go. Enjoy.
Yeah, true story.
Yeah.
True story. I
Um,
definitely wouldn't want to play through Turtles 1, I'll tell you that much. So thank goodness that that exists.
I wish it did because I went through it.
Oh man, that's too bad.
I
That's
died
too
so
bad.
many times.
Do you, did you have to look something up to do it?
Um, Surprisingly, and I'm actually really surprised with myself, is that I remembered a lot of it.
Okay.
Like it was just like riding a bike again. Like when I was going through it, I kind of remember the jumps. I remember the little secrets behind the jumps and things like that too. I remember the turtle van kind of helping you destroy the tanks and all that shit. So a lot of that stuff I did remember. Um, the only thing I did kind of looked it up just to see how they did it was the water, the bombs, the last one you had to do. Just because I had no clue where the fourth bomb was. So I had
Hmm.
to figure out where it was at. And then once I figured that out, then yeah, I finished it. So I earned that trophy. The rest the Game Boy ones I did this I did the what I just said. I played it to the end, hit the crane with one hit, and then I had the trophies.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right.
So if you want those trophies, there you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Um.
Do you have a favorite of everything that's on there?
Game.
Yeah, now
I'll
looking
say
back at it.
Trails in Time. SNES one.
Okay. Cool, cool.
That's my favorite. I'll say that would be my number one. Arcade original would be my number two.
Okay. Gotcha.
Cause I
Okay.
like I'll say the SNES Trails in Time just because it has all the characters. It has Rat King. It has Leatherhead. It has the Pizza Fighter. It has like all the bosses, Bebop and Rocksteady and things like that. As in the arcade didn't have them.
Huh? Oh
Didn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
Bebop
They
and
have
Rocksteady.
everything. Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, it didn't have Bebop Rocksteady. It didn't have Rat King. It didn't
Was it a
have.
shorter game?
Huh?
Was it a shorter game?
Yes, it was because it was arcade.
Okay,
There was
okay.
like there was like a couple of missions missing from it and whatnot, but yeah. So SNES had a better version. I like Hyperstar Heights. It's just that one was really tough.
Oh, okay. I
It's
got you.
five
I got you.
stages, but they're long ass stages, and there's not a lot of pizzas in between, so you kind of have to get good.
I see. I see. Was there a game that you don't remember liking that much that you ended up liking more, having played
Um,
it?
the
Or was
Nintendo
there a game
ones,
that like you didn't think that was you thought it was okay and you went back and played it and you was like, oh, I don't like this.
Tournament Fighter.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Really?
like it. Well, I like the SNES one. I don't like the Sega Genesis. The Sega Genesis one was booty.
No, no, but did you already not like that one?
I did not like that one, but I don't remember. Like, I didn't remember it that well. So when I replayed it, I was like, that's just why I hated
Ah,
it.
okay, okay, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
and the NES
Cool.
one was retarded.
I forgot. I never even saw it when it was a thing like in the real world
Yeah,
at
there
the
was a Game
time.
Boy one
So
too. I was surprised they didn't put that one in there.
what?
There was a Game
Really?
Boy one.
Come on, man. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a Game
I
Boy
guess it
one.
was. I
Yeah,
guess it really was Turtle Mania back in the day.
yeah.
So you put it on everything. Did
Because
they
you
put a
remember,
Tiger handheld version in there?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay.
So you remember the covers of the Turtles in Tournament Fighter, like SNES was Donatello.
I don't.
Uh,
I don't even
Sega
remember.
Genesis was Raph on the cover. NES was Leonardo, and the Game Boy one was Mikey.
Really? That's
hmm
unfortunate that
Yeah,
he got that one. That's-
but yeah. So those are the games. It was fun.
Mm.
I'm almost planning it, so I'll probably plan it right when I'm done with this cast.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man. Um, I don't know if I talked about it, but I got the monster turtles. I got the Leo Hunchback, and the Mikey Mummian. Did I talk about those?
I don't believe you talked about the last one.
Yeah.
But you got the. I think the mummy one was the mummy one the last one that you got.
Nah, the Hunchback was.
Yeah. So you didn't talk about the hunchback. You talked about the
He's
mummy.
cool looking. Like, it's big. He's very big.
Should be.
Yeah. And the detail to those figures are extremely dope. I can't wait for the other ones. I'm looking for the April, and I know Splinter comes out later this year. He's
Oh
Van
yeah yeah
Helsing.
yeah 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 yeah. Gotcha.
And then Donatello, they announced that he's the Invisible Man, and he's coming out early next year.
Huh.
hmm
Is he just gonna be a trench coat
If
and bandages?
if you look at the NECA version of the Invisible Man they just recently came out with, that's pretty much what Donatello's gonna look like.
Oh, I
So
have to
you
look that
start
up.
seeing like like half his body is translucent, and then you see him with the bandages and shit.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So it's gonna be interesting. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
happy with them though. They look super dope. I was hoping they all come out like before Halloween to make it like a nice Halloween display, but I'll wait till next year.
True. Okay.
And I'll put
Okay.
Elvira like in the middle of it because I have a Elvira figure.
Oh, wait. Is that like a brand new thing?
Yeah, NECA made a Elvira.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
I bought it
Everybody's
for
getting.
my
Is there
sister, and then
is
I bought
there
it
a
for
NECA
myself.
Pee-wee?
Huh?
Is there a NECA Pee-wee?
Uh,
Should be a NECA
not
Pee-wee
yet.
Herman. I'm just
There's
saying.
a big chance that they're probably making one.
Should be like
I
if they're
will
gonna do
not. I won't.
personalities like that,
Yeah, I won't.
do a Pee-wee Herman.
I won't be surprised if there is not gonna be one.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
yeah. Um, with your recommendation, I started JoJo.
And that's the first series?
I watched. Yeah, I'm watching the first one. I started from the beginning. I'm up to the fifth episode right now.
Okay. Do you understand the story so far?
I'm getting the gist of it so far. It's getting weird, but I'm fine with it. Like, it's interesting. It has like it has like a bit of Fist of the North Star in it. That kind
The
of
first
remind me
season?
of.
What do people get punched and they fall?
Yeah, pretty
They
much.
go, they fall down and
But
blow
like
up or
how
something.
they like the dudes trying to teach him techniques and shit. They kind of remind me of Fist of the North Star in a way.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah. Like, I got to like it was the magician dude. He was talking about JoJo. He was trying to teach him shit, and that was where I got to.
Mm-mm.
I'm enjoying it though. I like the animation. The music is pretty cool. Like you said, the music was good. But it's interesting. I tried like I had to like because I'm watching a bunch of things for the other casts that we do, like the Morphin cast. I'm watching Jungle Fury, watching movies and shit like that. So when I have like the little breather, that's when I'm watching JoJo. So
Okay, cool.
little by little, I'll get to them. I'm getting there, but I'm actually enjoying it. I watched the first 5 and I was like, all right, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep going.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I
I,
know Jinkies was happy
all right,
I'm watching it too.
I'll just say for that series, I know the suggestion is probably start at a later one where they already have the stands.
Yeah,
But I think it's important, like I said, to know because the central character it ends up being Dio, not the actual, not the actual other guy.
yeah, yeah,
Because like he's the driving force behind everything because he's so freaking evil,
yeah.
and he ends up just never like really going away. And it's cool that you get to see from the beginning, like
Yeah,
what the hell is
I
up with
rather
this
it
guy?
that way too, because the thing I get more of a understanding to it.
Because you know what? To be honest, if you were to just jump to the newest stuff and
Yeah,
you just hear his name and you see what I don't want to spoil what he is in the newest season or the newest one that they put on Netflix because
yeah,
obviously is been long done and you can check it out for yourself in the manga. But
yeah,
if you want to watch it and stuff like most people do, if you saw like what he is in part 6, you'd be
yeah,
like, what the hell? How did we get here? How how is this all that's left? And it's like, well, that guy's got he's had a long road.
yeah,
That guy's had a long road, and it's not exactly been the easiest way for him because they don't exact. I will say this for the JoJo series: the heroes take losses,
yeah,
but the bad guys, boy, do they lose spectacularly. So that's kind of like the cool part about it. It's like you get the journey along the way, and the
yeah,
heroes do not always make it out in one piece. But like, man, the bad guys they get it good. So
yeah. I'll keep going. I'm at episode 5. I watched like maybe half of it. I didn't get to finish the episode, but I'll
okay,
get there. It'll
yes
be
sir.
my new little like side thing I'll be watching. So
Okay.
I'll keep you posted. I'll update you guys on
Hmm.
where I'm at. So hopefully by next cast I'll probably be at least. I'm hoping by like the next cast I'll probably be close to finishing season 1.
Nice,
So
nice.
what I'll do is I'll watch like for every 2 Jungle Fury episodes I'll watch 1 JoJo.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, because I
That's
gotta
cool.
finish that series before we cast. So
Have you had? I see it popping up a lot, and it's a HBO Max series, I guess.
yeah.
Have you started, or has it started the Last of Us series?
Has not started yet, but I'm
Okay,
actually
so they're
looking.
doing.
I'm very looking forward to it.
Okay, so now they're like doing the promotional blitz because they
Yeah,
putting out everything. HBO is putting out the teasers and stuff, or rather like the opening trailer for I
I
guess the
think we're
first
gonna get the
episode.
big trailer at New York Comic Con.
Sure,
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
sure they waiting. I
Well,
don't know.
I
I
think
see something on Twitter right now.
yeah, I
It
think
look
we're gonna
pretty
get
big.
like the. I think we're gonna get like the press release and the actors talking about it and all that shit.
Okay, that makes sense
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like they showing off this
I'm
minute
very looking
38
forward
something
to it because
something.
I like the game a lot. I just platinum Last of Us Part 1, and
Hmm.
I really like the story of both games. I kind of liked it. Like I don't think it's controversial, but I like 2's story a bit more than 1. Just the fact that Joel was kind of a selfish in a way. If you actually go to both stories and why he spoiler alert, Joel dies, and how he dies and who kills him makes a lot of sense.
I think that's the only controversial part that I saw because
Yeah,
I never even played it, but I know about that part
yeah.
and people were upset about that part, not the story in general.
And people were upset because, and then it's always like the girl was like very like she was very brolic and shit like that, and everyone it's like, oh, why she gotta be like this? Why she be like that? But she actually lined up being one of my favorite characters. I think she was a strong character in that game, and she showed a bit more morality than Ellie did because there was like three instances in the game that she could have killed her. She could have killed Ellie. She keeps coming
Hmm.
after her, and the girl, I think her name is Sarah, or I forgot her
I
name.
don't know.
Shit, I
I,
forgot her name.
I haven't played it,
But the
so I
other
don't know.
character you play as, she had three chances to kill Ellie, and she didn't. She let her live. And then
Hmm.
towards the ending, Ellie still wants revenge, and she finds her, and she's trying to kill her. I'm like, yo, this lady just let you live three times, three times. She could have killed you the first time. She killed you the second time. She let you live, and you keep the vengeance thing. And this is just like I did not like Ellie after that.
I get it,
Yeah,
but I mean, I know the story of the first game,
yeah.
and I don't think if I was Ellie and you killed Joel, I would be happy either.
No, it's understandable.
Like I don't, like I understand reason,
Yeah,
but when you put into context the entire story of the first game, I don't think I'd let that go either, because she
yeah.
wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Joel. So
So in the contents of the second game, they do explain who Joe killed, and to the girl Sarah was her father. So he was
mhm.
one of the doctors that was working on Ellie's blood because Ellie was bit, but she never turned, so she
Yeah,
had
yeah, they
special
had,
blood and
yeah, they
whatnot.
wanted that. Hmm.
So she killed her father and stuff like that. So there's also that understanding is like, oh, you killed her father too. So there's that too.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, a bunch of
makes sense.
selfish assholes. Anyway, they're both really good games. So, Last of Us Part One. If you never played it, this is probably the best version to try to play, because it does have the gameplay of Part Two, which is a bit more linear and is more up to date. I wish I had the roll feature from Part Two because Joel is slow as fuck. That's just me in that sense. I wish he could roll. Other than that, it's an amazing game, and
They
I'm
took
very
that
happy.
away from him in the
Huh?
first game. He could do the little tumble.
No,
He did a generic ass tumble. They took that out.
nah, he can't.
Oh wow. Okay.
Nah,
All
he
right.
can't. The second game they added the tumble feature, but in the first game he couldn't.
So it was only from cover then.
Yeah,
The little
yeah. You
action
you could
roll
cover,
from
yes.
cover.
You could cover, yes. You could cover, and
No,
then
no,
you
but I
could,
mean the little roll because you remember that game has context sensitive actions.
yeah,
So if you're linked up against the wall, it gives you a little okay, hop out
yeah.
or
But he
hop to the
doesn't
next
roll.
cover.
He kind of like crawls
He
to
did
it.
the little the little
Yeah,
crawl shimmy.
yeah, yeah.
I got you. I mean it's pretty much the stuff, but I get what you mean.
No,
I get
like
what you
you
mean.
get a full roll, and you could just evade a lot of things just with the roll.
So you end up like a Dark Souls man, is
Pretty
what you're trying
much,
to tell me?
pretty much,
I don't know how I feel about that.
pretty much. It helped a lot.
Okay,
It did help
okay.
a lot. But yeah, I platinum it, so I'm happy. I got the platinum.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I was missing a joke. So there's a trophy for Ellie's jokes, and she would tell you jokes. But each time I went for this one, it didn't want to prop out, and I was like, "Yo, what the hell?" And it was the one I was missing, and I had a feeling that was the one I was missing. But you had to like get items in a certain way. If you didn't get the items in that certain way, the joke wouldn't pop out.
Okay, I got you.
But other
Got
than that, yeah, I finished the platinum. I'm very happy about that.
you. Yes, sir.
Um, any news?
I saw. Well, there's a few things. Well, I know that the immediate news that broke today was that E3 is going to be in person again, and
Okay.
it's the general public again, and that's going to happen. They already set a date. Um, so they just straight out tell you E3 business days will be June 13th to 15th.
Okay.
Free gamer days is what they're calling it,
Yeah.
15 to 16. So they're specifically breaking it into days for the public instead of having like the entire thing be like split and the public be there the entire time.
Yeah.
so they're cutting it back, which I think is fine.
That's good.
They want to do it that way. They want to do it that way. I don't know. They don't. Nobody's saying like what happened. Like how did this become a thing? All
Yeah.
I see is the announcement. I see it is an event from Reed Pop, which means if you like E3, thank Pops
Yeah.
because they saved it because they were owned by a different organization entirely. I don't
Yeah.
know when it happened. This had to have happened like obviously between last year and this year.
Yeah.
Because remember, the reason people didn't even want to go was because of the data breach. And all those reporters and anybody, it was like basically if you signed up to go, your email and stuff was
Yeah.
leaked out, their phone numbers and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
they had to change management. They had to change the owners and stuff because people had no trust in them. So that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll see where this goes.
Yeah. I hope it goes well.
So now I guess that means it's going to be E3, even more E3 exclusive pops.
Yes.
I know you're not on the pop train
I
anymore,
stopped. Yeah. It
but
just got cumbersome.
it's just funny that it is not slowing down.
Yeah. No, they're very popular. Like I know one of my coworkers, he's like looking for the Target dog for this year's, and he works in Target, so he does security there. So he's been looking for that Target dog for like every day.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, they're still big. I just don't
Mhm.
care for them. They take too much space. Yeah, I
Would
gotta
you
get
buy
these NECA
digital? Would you
turtles.
buy digital pops if you could have a nice 3D model
No,
of a pop?
that's like the NFTs. I had no interest in NFTs.
Okay, I'm just saying. Well, it's just I think personally they should make a thing that's like a game where you could just have a bunch, because then it would be
Yeah,
like Skylanders.
that'd be
Because
interesting.
you know how Skylanders was the physical thing, and then it had a game.
Yeah,
So they should look into that. I'm just saying.
I'd go for that.
Amiibos, they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah, get on it. Get
yep,
somebody to
yep.
make a game. The
Yeah,
other thing I saw that was recent, that's less concrete, more skeptical, more reason to be skeptical was that somebody had put out that there may be an official announcement for Silent Hill
okay.
that it has a subtitle, but like it's not concrete. There's no date for anything. They're just people. Somebody who works in the industry, I think on the press side, just put out. Oh, we saw a story about that there might be this thing titled Silent Hill, and then, like, oh yeah, it might be coming sometime next year. So
Yeah,
I mean, listen, I don't remember when the last brand new, not remake of a Silent Hill thing, Silent Hill there was. You know what I mean? I don't remember
yeah.
like brand new. So that's cool.
Cool.
I mean, Resident Evil is doing nice and well. I don't know what Konami's doing with their properties. So
Well, they're making money off their old properties.
that's you know what that's true. So that's probably what's fueling the new game.
Yeah,
They're like, let's we're in a good mood. Hey, this turtle thing so well. Let's do this. Okay, you guys, you can do this. So
yeah,
maybe. I mean, although I think that's not the greatest way to do things, because
yeah.
that's what Street Fighter did with Darkstalkers. We still ain't got no Darkstalkers.
Nope, we don't.
Where you at? Where is Darkstalkers? See, come on.
They're like, we got Street Fighter
The,
6 though.
true. The other thing is, speaking of like fighting games, there was a big ass tournament yesterday. It was for mainly what they call anime fighters.
Yeah,
The tournament was called CEO Taku. So it was this weekend, I believe it was like the past 3 days. I think it was Friday. It was the first day.
yeah,
Fridays, usually they run Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I believe the venue was in Orlando.
okay.
That's the same place and the same guy. That's Jabali. That's Kenny Omega's homeboy.
Yep, yep.
Who I like to hold had the worst match in AEW history with Michael Nakasawa.
Yeah,
To me, it's the best match because it was terrible and I
yeah.
loved it. But everybody else says it was the worst match and it never should have happened. Man, shut up. He gave him the venue, son. That's all I'm saying. What have you done for Kenny Omega lately?
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. So, anyway, with that said, because it's anime focused. Like the number one anime franchise is basically Guilty Gear, or rather the number one company is ArcSys, basically because they're the ones that did Guilty Gear, they did Dragon Ball Fighter Z,
Yeah.
they did Blaze Blue. So there's a bunch of that, and then they announced that they're giving their. I don't know what started this, but I guess people just saying that rollback is the future, and if you don't put it in, we're not going to play your games. They went back and put rollback into some of their older Guilty Gear games.
Yeah.
So the last one was Strive, right?
Yeah.
And they went back to the one before that called Rev 2.
Cool.
And so now that game is getting rollback. So that means Dragon Ball, whenever, still haven't announced when, is going to get it. Um, the older one called Plus R, which is like way, way older, they gave it to that one a while ago. That means Strive has it. That means Rev 2 has it. So like every game is playable online with playable netcode because some of them
Nice.
were terrible. Um, they did not announce a character, which I think everybody was mad.
Yeah.
They just said, "Hey, season two's a thing. Don't forget, pay money."
Hey.
Which I was like, "Come on, man, show a teaser for something."
Still waiting on that Dragon Dogma, aren't you?
No, that's Capcom.
I know it's
Different thing
Capcom. I
altogether.
just putting an example.
True. Yeah, but like I also would like them to show the next character for Guilty Gear. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
Uh, and like several of them were trending on different social media sites. One of them was Slayer. One of them was this girl with a musket named Elfelt, which I thought was hilarious. Uh, what else was there? No other major announcements from that tournament. But I would say check it out because I think it's the first major fighting game tournament that had the re-released JoJo game.
Okay, cool.
And I watched the grand finals, and it was actually pretty good. Like, it's funny though. There's a character from the old one for. I think you said you played it for Dreamcast.
Yeah. I
So
played it
there,
for Dreamcast.
that version of the game had a character called Pet Shop, which was the bird.
Yeah.
You'll see it eventually if you keep watching the shows. But that character was actually broken, and it was the cheapest character in the game because
Yeah.
it could do a lot of stuff that was not fair. And it's funny because that character was in the grand finals of the brand new game. I was like, damn, shit just don't change, does it? But it's the character is not broken, but it's really good. It is really good, and it's funny because it's a bird. It's just
Yep.
a bird. Um, let's see what else is there that came out. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have anything brand new. No
Um.
Capcom announcements because they're still just doing small informational dumps for Street Fighter 6. They're
Yeah.
actually having worldwide events where you can play it. They had one in the UK recently,
Yeah.
like over the weekend. So like they're at least you can't say they're not letting people play it before it's
Yeah.
out.
I saw that they had like the big game display and shit and stuff.
So they're gonna definitely be at Comic Con. So if you're going to Comic Con, you
Nice.
can expect it to be a Street Fighter 6 booth.
Yeah, that's true. I hope it gets good response and stuff, and they able to
Yeah, it's
be a
already
better
mad
game.
people saying it's they won. They won.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
good.
about people that play fighting games, like fighting games,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
people that don't.
yeah.
They say like, yeah, man, what is this is already better than five because it already has single player content.
Nice.
So like, it's as long as it feels good, which I see the people who play saying, yeah, it feels good, and it's got stuff that's new.
Yeah,
So they're like, all right, yeah, they're gonna rock it. So it's definitely not five. That's
yeah,
all you can ask for. Don't be five.
yes.
Don't be five. So, do you got anything else on your side?
Not really. It's been a quiet week.
Oh wait, I saw. I don't know if this is official, but I retweeted it. Um, that there's like 3 days. I think there's gonna be the official Marvel Legends Fan Fest.
I saw Hasbro Cons coming up.
So they're doing small things like sort of fans to get involved. So if you want to participate, I think you follow their social media accounts,
Yeah,
but they want you to if you can post the pictures of like your favorite Marvel Legends, and
yeah,
there's specific content creators that are doing different categories. So one guy I'm not very familiar with, but I saw his post. He had put up your first five if you
Yeah.
can find your first, if you have your first five. So
Cool.
I might look for him. I don't
Yeah.
remember what. I saw the first five he had. I had like those five because they were like the season three is where
Okay.
I started to buy most of them. Like I didn't get one and two,
Yeah.
but three is where I
Um,
started.
I think I was a big fan of the Spider-Man classic ones.
Do you remember how long ago that?
That was
Not long
still
ago.
under Toys
How?
Biz.
I mean, do you know like what wave around?
So I think around the third or fourth wave, they started
Okay.
spinning off, and Spider-Man had his own. Like the X-Men kind of had their own too. So
Okay.
that was where I kind of like I got the Black Suit Spider-Man, the 2099, Ben Rally, and the regular Spider-Man. They all had like the comic books behind them and shit like that.
Hmm.
Um,
Gotcha.
talking about like that, the Robbie Reyes didn't hit the goal to get the
Really?
yeah, it didn't hit it. It's still going until the end of October, but it's not getting the backing they wanted. Yo, that price tag is way too high.
I mean, you could you could say that, yeah, because it's true.
Yeah.
But I would also say people know what's up.
So my gripe with it is the fact that all right, so GI Joe had one recently. They had the His tank, and in the His tank when it got like they kind of showcased what you're gonna get with it, right? They
Hmm.
had everything kind of laid out, but they had some surprises like the Cobra Commander came in later on. But you didn't know he was coming, but he came in later on. But the His tank was maybe 225 or 250,
Okay.
and you got like seven different figures with it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
As in the Robbie Reyes thing, I think they should have showed more of what's gonna come with it than the actual just the Robbie Reyes, the car, and the human version, and which was a early bird special version.
Well, what was the Mephisto you showed me? Was that
That's gonna be one
related
of the
to that?
goals. That's one of the goals. If it's the second goal, you get the Mephisto.
Okay. So they still waiting on it to hit that one,
Yeah,
basically?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I almost did it, but they don't have like the pay in four or anything like that, and I'm like, yeah, I can't just drop that much
Yeah,
money.
yeah. Yeah, you told
But
me.
it looks super dope. It's just like the quality of it and the way it looks super dope. But for 350, like I probably would have went more towards it if it was like 200, 225. But 350 is that's kind of steep.
But you know what time it is.
Yeah,
It's inflation time, dog.
yeah.
It's time for everybody to ask you for more money.
Then they don't have the plastic boxes either. So basically, I will take it out just to make sure it actually is all intact.
I mean, that's something you're supposed to let breathe.
Yeah.
Put it in the case.
Yeah, I kind of want like I want it, but then I'm like, yeah, I ain't paying 350 for that though.
Okay. All right.
That's
All
just
right.
me. I'm not. I'm not. I paid
I
two
get
hundred
you.
for a turtle
No,
band.
no,
That's the
I get it.
max.
I
Two
get
hundred
it.
is the max.
What figure would have to be next to get you back on board?
Um, I don't know. Maybe
Or what? Or can you come up with like, your complete line to make you buy it?
Ghost
Like
Rider. Give me
what
Johnny
would they
Blaze.
be? Just John, but
No,
just him? Okay.
motorcycle and all.
Oh, you mean full? Okay.
Yeah, that would be intriguing if they actually add another vehicle, as in the Ghost Rider bike with that, and see where it
Okay.
goes from there.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That would get me it, because then you get a
Okay.
second vehicle and another character.
Okay. That's actually all
Yeah,
right. All right. All right. That's not bad. That's
yeah,
not bad.
I wouldn't mind that.
I would I would also take the horse
I was about to
and the
think that too.
original
I thought
and the
about that
original
too.
Ghost Rider. I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
take that.
Because that would be awesome for figure photography and all that stuff too.
True.
Yeah,
True.
but
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
mm,
That's unfortunate, but that it is what time it is.
yeah,
That's the other unfortunate thing.
yeah,
You know what time it is. It's time to take that money from you. So,
yeah,
I guess that's it.
yeah,
If we have no more news, if we can start up on the movie, this
yeah.
week's movie from our comic and superheroes,
Yep,
mainly superheroes, from 2000 on. This week we are in 2005 still.
yep.
We are at Sin City. This is rated R. This is 2 hours and 4 minutes. Uh, the release date in the U.S. The premiere they have was the 28th of March on the West Coast in California.
Yeah.
And everywhere, this is an April 1st movie.
Yes.
First one.
Hmm.
First one we got, right? April
Yeah.
1st movie.
April 1st.
I would
I
have
thought it
thought
was
something like The
before.
Mask would
Like
have been an April
sucker.
1st movie. Yeah, it's true, true.
Yeah. This movie was dope. Like I really liked the cinematography of this movie. I thought everything looked pretty solid and it played really well to the original comic and the style of what it was. Mickey Rourke brought that character to life, and I thought he was great in it. I think everyone played their roles pretty great in this movie. This is Bruce Willis before he just took a paycheck, so he actually did actual acting and shit like that. So I actually really dug it, and the visuals were so beautiful in this movie.
So there's a reason why it's so good. It
Yeah.
was directed by Frank Miller himself.
Yep.
Also, special guest director Quentin Tarantino.
Mhm.
Did not know that.
Yes, I remember
Also,
that.
and also Robert Rodriguez. So
Yes.
it was basically if something went wrong, it had to be a catastrophic failure
Yeah.
because you had the basically the creator and two very, very highly regarded directors.
Yeah.
So then we got the writing credits, Frank Miller also, but then when you see the screenplay, also Frank Miller and Robert Rodriguez.
Yep. Yep.
So again, that top-notch quality and the creator himself. So then we go to the cast. I don't like the order that they have it in here because when I put full cast and crew, it's just in people, the actors' alphabetical order. I would like it to be in the characters in the movie because
Yeah.
some of these characters are less important and it's
Yeah.
harder to sift through. But anyway, Jessica Alba as Nancy, Devin Aoki as Miho, Alexis Bledel as Becky, Powers Booth as Senator Rourke, uh, Cara D. Briggs as hearing panel person. See what I mean? Who?
Yeah.
Juicio Sico Elia. I can't do the correct pronunciation. As Leibowitz, Jeff Dashaw as motorcycle cop, Rosario Dawson as Gail,
Yes.
Benicio Del Toro. I'm just skipping these people that don't
Yeah.
matter. Benicio Del Toro as Jackie Boy.
Yeah.
Um, Michael Clark Duncan as Manute.
Mickey
Uh,
Rourke as Marv.
trying to see. Was Clump in? I
Clive
think Clump was.
Owens.
I think Clump was an integral character. Rick Gomez as Clump.
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett as the man. He's like the first character you see.
Yep.
Rucker Hauer, which I did not know that was him, as Cardinal Rourke. Cardinal Rourke.
Yep.
Who else is down here?
Clive
Jamie
Owen.
King as Goldie / Wendy.
Yep.
Michael Madsen as Bob. Uh, trying to see. We got a few more people's integral.
Clive Owens.
Clive Owen as Dwight.
Yep.
Yes. Got
Bruce
Mickey
Willis as
Rourke as Marv.
Harrington.
Which one?
Bruce Willis as Harrington.
Where's he at? Oh,
There's
he's
the
further down.
yeah.
Yeah. Like this is kind of an all-star cast for a movie. Like
Uh
you
huh.
said,
They had like the who's who.
ton of people who are the major characters. Like you said, Bruce Willis is Hardigan.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood is Kevin.
Yeah, he was a weird character.
I think he was like the best villain.
Yeah.
Just a messed up
Yeah.
motherfucker. And then he just, I love. He's like, and he didn't even scream. The dog ate him, and he didn't scream. Yeah, that's about it for cast and crew.
Oh, Brittany Murphy, Shelley.
Really?
Yeah.
That
That
was
was
that
Brittany Murphy.
the girlfriend?
Yeah, in the apartment.
The Benicio Del Toro
Yeah, yeah.
story? Clive Owen story? Okay.
Yes. That was Brittany Murphy.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, this had a lot of good actors in it, and yeah, it was just really well done. Like the visuals and everything like that. It pretty much brought the comic book to life, and I know Frank Miller was really happy with that.
Good, because usually these creators say that these comic book movies are trash.
Yep.
So good to hear that.
Well, he had his hand in it, so it's gonna be
Yeah, I
trash.
mean, you're right, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what they say.
What would you give this movie?
Uh, well, I would just say why I like it. I liked
Go ahead.
because again I have to say I went into this movie when I saw it the first time I saw it blind.
Yeah.
I have not seen this movie in its entirety since the first time. I've only seen maybe the Marv story and the last story on their own since then.
Yeah.
Because remember, it's 2005. That's a long time. So seeing the Bruce Willis story, I forgot how good it was. I forgot what the subject matter
Yeah.
was. Uh, so like just all of them in general. I forgot that because it takes place in a central location, they all end up in some ways being tied together, not directly, but like you see with Mara's story, you see the barmaiden is a key component of Clive Owen's story. He's in the bar also.
Yeah.
Marv's story, like he has a little part where you hear his perspective on
Mm.
Marv,
Yeah.
and then they just go back to Marv. Like there's little things like that that I thought was very, very good, very,
Yeah.
very cool to
I
tie
think the
every
storytelling
story.
was dope. Yeah.
Hmm
They did it.
I think, like you said, I think Mickey Rourke was the star of this movie. Marv is like the best character,
Yeah.
hands down,
100%.
hands down the best character.
Yeah.
But like his supporting cast is good. I liked Devin Aoki's character. She didn't talk, but she was a badass.
Yes.
I love Rosario Dawson's character as
Mm-hmm.
the head of the hookers. How they had their own territory and everything, and
Yeah.
then they went into the story of that. Like I ended up liking even the smaller but still famous people. Like I liked what is his name? Why am I blanking on his name? Michael Clark Duncan's character,
Yes.
like the stuff he was saying to them, like he was this how sinister his character ended up being for the short amount of time he was
Yeah.
there. How like the first thing he said was like, "You guys, you are going to become slaves." Essentially,
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, that's not even following the law. That's where you
Yeah.
go. Y'all gonna be slaves? You got to kill this man. You can't go back." So like I like that. I liked how the less known girl, Alexis Bledel as Becky, like how she ended up being the rat. Like it's kind of you saw it coming,
Yeah.
but like they never showed you her actually tell.
Yeah.
So you didn't have the information to believe it, and then you saw where everything went with that whole. It just that was a snowball effect. I love Benicio Del Toro as Jackie, just a terrible, terrible human being. And you find
Yeah.
out he's a cop,
Yeah.
and that little detail when Clive Owen jumped out the window and he was like, it sounded like she said stop, and then he went back after they killed him, and it was like she said he was a cop. Damn.
Yeah. That was actually pretty dope.
Like it's the storytelling, it's the cinematography, obviously the black and white style,
Yeah.
and the white for the blood and all that. But then they show you in very important instances, they show you blood, they show you the red,
Yeah.
they show you the green of the girl's eyes in the first mini story in the
Yeah.
beginning, like the red dress and all, like everything that was important, they put the color to. Like I, it was really good. Everything was really good. So this one for me, I think I'm gonna give it a 5. I
5.
think is this my first 5 on here?
This
Cause
is
I
your
don't.
first 5.
Yeah, yeah,
Pootie
definitely.
Tang is knocked out finally.
Fine. Yeah, Sin City's a 5, definitely.
5. There we go. Since he's 5. Um, I give it a 4 or 5, and it's tied with Pootie Tang right now.
Okay.
I really liked the cinematography of this movie though. It was so dope, and visually it was just really stunning. And I haven't seen this probably since I watched it when it first came out on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
That's when that was like probably the second time I watched it, and I have not watched it since. I did not like the second one though, so I think that's the reason why I kind of forgot about this one, and then me watching it and just like the way that characters were portrayed, the my little like niche, which was like some stories went on a little too long that they didn't have to. Other than that, that was like my only gripe with this movie. I thought everything else was delivered really well. The characters played their part, and Marv was fucking awesome.
Hmm.
Um, and probably one of my favorite characters, that we had since we started this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say.
he was a
I
lot of
would say.
fun. So, all right, at least we got that one good movie out because, oh god, what's next? Oh man, so our next movie right now in our movie is Batman Begins.
That's not bad, right?
No, it's not bad at all.
I've never actually seen the movie from beginning to end.
Okay.
I've only seen maybe like 20 minutes in the middle, and if maybe some close to the end of it. I've never
Yeah.
seen the beginning or the end. So
Yeah, so Batman Begins are be our next movie. I'll give you a little rundown of our list after this. So we got Batman Begins next week, or this week. Next week we got Fantastic Four. After that we got History of Violence. After that is V for Vendetta. We got 300, Superman Returns, and X-Men 3.
why does 300 count? Only because it's a comic, or
It's
do
Frank
they
Miller's
count as
comic.
superheroes?
It's a comic book.
Okay, all right. I'm just
It
saying, do they
yeah.
they don't count as superheroes, do
No, they
they?
don't count as superheroes, but we have comic book and superhero. That they
Mm-hmm.
both. So that 300 makes it because it's a Frank Miller comic.
Gotcha.
And 300 was good. I haven't
Yeah, it
seen
was
that
good.
in a long
Not
time
bad.
either.
No, I haven't. I will say that the memes outlasted their time. I feel
Yeah.
This is Sparta was like early internet,
Yeah.
like as we know it now, where that became like a thing, and just they started putting that in everything.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, I might restructure. I gotta go look through the movies and the dates they came out. The order might be a little wrong with the little off with the 2006. So I'm gonna try to put that in order the days they came out. So,
mm.
well, those are the next movies that we have for 2006. Will be, and Zoom Academy is the last one for 2006.
What is that?
That is Think Sky High, but with Tim Allen.
I don't know how to feel about later era Tim Allen because I'm a fan of Home Improvement and
Yeah,
his early comedy.
yeah,
I don't know how to feel about 2000s Tim Allen. I haven't seen
yeah.
his stuff. Because
So,
wasn't he in space? Remember he had like a space movie where he had like a team or something?
Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest. I never saw Galaxy Quest. I
So
don't
yeah,
know.
think Sky High mixed with Tim Allen. That's pretty much what
Hmm.
Zoom is.
It is a mystery,
Yeah.
just like evolution. Okay. All right.
So we're getting there. We're getting there. Um. So yes. So right now we wrap up our top 10 right now. I have still Pootie Tang at number one. I have Sin City number two. Spider-Man 2 number three. Spider-Man number four, which is part one. Uh, X-Men number five. X2 number five. Road to Petitions number six. Blade 2 is 7. Uh, from Hell, Hellboy's 8. From Hell's 9. And Punisher is 10. That's my top 10. And yours is Sin City number 1 with a 5. Pootie Tang 2. Blade 2 is 3. Punisher is 4. X2 is 5. LOG is 6. Road to Petition is 7. Hellboy's 8. From Hell is 9. And Spider-Man wraps up your top 10.
Okay.
So, wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclonic, and that is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is also YouTube. That is also SoundCloud and Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep,
Where
yep.
you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark the Mic. Follow our other cast. We have the Morphin Cast. We have Oz Shell Shock Podcast. We got Oz Shell Shock. Oh, I just said that. That one has a brand new episode, so definitely check it out. It's the second part of the next mutation. We go into that, so definitely check that out. We have Not a Trekkie, and we have the Gamer Rage podcast. So check all those out when you get a chance. Shout outs to Tenacious T or Tots to Grow Up or the Man with Three Names. That's what I call him now. He has a little podcast called Popcorny. They do a lot of pop culture stuff. So if you're interested in that, definitely check them out. Spotify, Popcorny. Um, Other than that, always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Cause he's
Yep, yep.
hungry.